Nityanandam. It's me again, Ma Nitya Gangananda. Um, yes, I am here in the Bengaluru Adina. It's I just got a message all of a sudden. Oof, okay. Um, so I am here. I wanted to share with everybody of something that it's everyone can relate to. It's affecting everyone. Um, that have you ever thought that you can create the life that you want? That you can create the moments that you want, that you actually have the power to control your life. Um, no, it's not a big complicated process. No, there's nothing you can do externally. It's a power that all of us are already empowered with this ability. Um, but before that, I can start with a story that you can understand what does it mean to create the life that we want. Why do I say that we have the power? See, a man was traveling through the forest and he decided to rest under a tree. But what he didn't know is the tree is a Kalpataru tree, a wish fulfilling tree. So while he was resting, he got hungry. So he had a thought, wouldn't it be nice to have a plate of food? And guess what happened? A plate of food appeared in front of him. He was so shocked. I mean, he ate the food, but he thought, another thought came, wouldn't it be nice to have a bed to rest on? And guess what? A bed appeared. And by that time, he was extremely shocked. He's like, oh my God, every thought that I'm having is becoming true. But what if a tiger comes and kills me? And guess what happened of the story at the end? The tiger came and killed him. Now, this story is not about some unknown man having some fantasy. No. This man is you. This man is me. That every single one of us were living under a Kalpataru tree, a wish fulfilling tree. Basically, it's our cosmos. Every thought that we're having in our head, every time we're having a thought in our head, the cosmos is working on making it happen for you, making it become true for you constantly, every second. So you might feel like, well, okay, if this is the case, not all thoughts become reality because there are things I want to happen, it didn't happen. The things that I want to happen, it happened. And there are also things that I don't want to happen, they end up happening. So how does this work with this wish fulfilling tree what you're talking about? Yes. So, first of all, we have to realize whether we like it or not, that we are the author of our life. Regardless of the situation, regardless of who you're with, who do you live with, regardless whether um, your parents were abusive or not, or whether you are, um, you had a bad boyfriend, or whether you had an inherited disease, whatever that is, okay, we are the author of our life, okay? So the good news is, okay, if that's the case, that means we are in charge, okay? So if we know how to write ourselves, how to write our life, what does it take? What are things involved in writing what we want in our life, create what we want in our life? Then we can recreate what we want in our life. You might not like what you're having right now in life, but after today's session, you'll learn some tools to help you to rewrite what you want in life. Okay? Now, how do we do that exactly? First of all, we have to identify how do we live the life that we lived up until now? Okay? Why did we create the life that we created so far? Okay? How do we do it? Why did we do it? When did we do it? Then they'll give us an understanding of, okay, then how to rewrite what we want in the future. So, how do we know that we wrote our life? See, one of the I would say the first principle of creating your reality that Swamiji has shared is that you are a seed. You are a seed under the ground at all times. Doesn't matter, irrespective of how old you are, what is your background. You are a seed. What is a seed? A seed is a possibility, 100% possibility. So it doesn't matter if you're 97 or you're 10 years old, you are possible for everything that there is in life, in every aspect. Okay? You are a seed. Now, I'm going to say something slightly different, but your thoughts, every thought that you have in every moment, is also a seed. What does that mean? Your thoughts are seeds, okay? And your thought current is basically how your thoughts develop. They develop like a tree that grows out of the seed, break through the ground and grow up. That is your thought current. And what are the fruits that's hanging down from the trees? Those are basically the reality that you're living in now. So you see, a seed becomes the tree branches. From tree branches, it becomes fruits. Same way, your thoughts, it becomes thought currents. From thought currents, it becomes action. From action, it becomes your life. From life becomes your reality. And that's how it all related. Chain reaction. This is how it's related from thoughts to reality. Okay? So what you have to remember is the cosmos will always respond to you. It'll respond to you exactly the way you asked for. They always say tatastu. Tatastu means I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it if this is what you want. So it's very important that you know for sure what you want. If you're not sure what you want, then the cosmos will say tatastu. I'll let you have when you're not sure what you want. You'll stay in confusion. You'll be in confusion. So life is actually not complicated. Life is in integrity all the time. Cosmos is in integrity with our thoughts. Every thought. So every time you have a thought, the cosmos will always working on trying to make it appear in your life. Okay? So every reality that you're experiencing in comes from a thought. So now you understand the importance of harness your thoughts. The power of your thoughts are so important because it goes from the thoughts to words, from words to action, from action to your reality. That's how it goes. So I guess I want to leave you with that. Start paying attention to what are all the thoughts that goes on in your head. You can write down all your thoughts. Under 5 minutes, you can write down what all the thoughts you're having. Don't try to cover up any thoughts. Just write down what all the thoughts. They might be random. They might be related to what you just did, what you just did earlier, what you're thinking about next day, everything. Because then you'll realize there's a pattern to your thoughts. There's a way that you handle life, the way you always handle life. That's the pattern. And then you'll see why you are stuck where you are, why you're living the way you are. But only from then, it's almost like a jumping board. Only when you establish the jumping board, you understand where you are, where you're standing, then you can leap into something new. Okay? So I want to leave with everybody. Start observing what are the conclusions that you have about yourself. What are the thoughts that you have in your mind? What are the conclusions you make about the world, about others? Okay? Start being mature with yourself. Start having a mature conversation with yourself. That's what Swamiji has said. Don't try to hide anything, because ultimately you're working with yourself. Ultimately, only just between you and the cosmos, right? Between you and Swamiji. So there's no need to hide or cheat or anything like that. Just be brutally honest with yourself. What are the conclusions you're giving to yourself right now at this moment? What are you wishing for? What are you hungry for? Are you disappointed about anything? Do you wish you're doing something else? Anything that's going on in your mind, okay? Write those things down. For once, you're being integrated to your thoughts. What are all the things going on in your inner space? Let's take a look at it. Okay? Until next time, we'll look at how do we move on to create the reality that you really want. Okay. Thank you very much. Nityananda.